And the number one question I get in my DMs, in my comments, from people back home or wherever, people are always asking me, bro, what is it actually like being black over there? Not the tourist version, the real version. So today, I'm just going to talk about it and just give you guys what I actually experienced, what surprised me, what caught me off guard, and what I wish somebody would have told me before I went. If you are a black traveler thinking about going to Southeast Asia, this video is especially for you. And all right, real quick, just for the people that is new here, I'm Tevo. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm not a huge travel blogger yet. But I did go to Thailand because the opportunity made sense to me, and I stayed because it genuinely felt like one of the best decisions that I ever made, okay? So over 7 months, I went to Bangkok, Phuket, Pattaya, and a lot of the other small islands and cities that's close by. So I actually lived there, okay? I didn't just visit. And that experience is what I'm actually speaking on today. So let's get into it. All right, so I want to start with the feeling of landing, okay? Because the first day tells you so much. I touched down in the Phuket airport, and I'm going through immigration, and I'm doing the thing, that we typically do. The mental preparation, the quiet awareness that we carry into certain situations. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all know how we typically be in our heads trying to calculate everything and wondering how we're going to be received before anybody's already even looked at us. All right. But I get to immigration. The officer looks at my passport, looks at me, stamps it, and just goes, "Welcome to Thailand." That's it. No extra questions, no secondary screening, no type of energy whatsoever, y'all. And I know that might sound like a low bar, but when you move through certain situations so long, like your whole entire life, where it feels like your presence alone is always being questioned and stuff like that, the feeling that she gave me, honestly, the absence of the feeling actually felt pretty dope. Like, it felt like, okay, I'm finally not being judged. Okay? So I walked out of the airport, and something in me just loosened up, like I could just be a normal person again. And I haven't fully realized how much I needed that until it actually happened. Now, let me be completely honest and fully transparent with y'all, man. All right? Because I'm not here to try to sell you guys a fantasy. You will get stared at for sure. You definitely will get stared at in Thailand, okay? Especially outside of Bangkok and a lot of the smaller cities, in the local neighborhoods, in the markets where tourists don't usually go. People are going to just look at you, and I just want to contextualize that, and what it actually means, okay? What it is it's not really like in a hostile or a bad way. Thailand is not really a diverse country in that way. Sort of say like a major city is, seeing a black man, walking through their neighborhood is genuinely something that they just don't see a lot of too frequently, okay? So the staring is like a curiosity, not hostility, like I said before. It's a big difference between hostile staring and just a curiosity stare, okay? So there might even be times where you'll see like a little kid literally just looking at you in the middle of the road. He'll point at his mom, then point at you like they looked at a celebrity, honestly. So it really can be like that sometimes, The mom was low-key kind of embarrassed whenever something like that had happened to me, as I remember in Pattaya. I thought it was pretty funny myself, okay? I had elderly women touching my hair, stuff like that, asking, can they touch my skin? Can they touch my hair? But it's totally normal, man. It's not like a hostile type of thing. It's just they're curious about you and your culture and where you come from and who you are. All right, so it's like no malice at all behind it. It's just pure curiosity from someone who has generally never been this close to a black person. Like, that's just what it is, okay? Guys even want to maybe take photos with you. I had guys from like maybe different countries like Russia and Sweden just wanting to take photos with me as if I was a celebrity or something. Especially in certain tourist areas, and temples and things like that. You really become like a mini celebrity when you're in Thailand being a black man, okay? And none of it will ever feel threatened, okay? I never, not one time, felt threatened at all in any of those situations, okay? So, you know, it's okay for people to look at you, to stare at you certain kind of ways. Um, it's something that we just get used to being in Thailand, man, just because, like I said, people just are very curious about our culture, how our hair feels, our skin. They really admire us. So that's just really what it boils down to. All right, so something major though that I definitely want to discuss with you guys or address that nobody ever talks about in travel videos about Thailand is that colorism is huge in the Thai culture, okay? Thailand has very real preference for lighter skin. It's deeply embedded in their beauty culture. So you'll see commercials, billboards, skin whitening products and stuff like that in the store right next to the Vaseline, bro. But it's just like a thing there. It's a thing there that a lot of them has been brought up to think, you know, about their skin. They've been kind of conditioned to think that having lighter skin means that you had to work less hard, or you don't have to work outside to make funds for your family, stuff like that. And the people who have darker skin, they get kind of looked upon in the Thai culture because they automatically assume that if you have darker skin, you have to work out and outside and do hard labor work. But never is that a thing when it comes to the black man or the black culture in Thailand. They don't look at us in that same stigma. They honestly only look at each other with that type of stipulation. But when it comes to us, they completely disregard that. Just throwing it out there. A lot of people never talk about that, but that is a huge thing in Thailand. A lot of the girls there want to have lighter skin. For some reason, like I said, they just been brought up that way, and that's just what it is. That does not translate into how people treat you as a visitor, okay? It's like literally like an internal culture dynamic that exists separate from the Thai people, from the way the Thai people interact with the tourists and foreigners and stuff like that, okay? I never once felt like I was being treated worse because of my skin tone. Not one single time, okay? But I think it's important to know because it definitely does exist, and it can catch you off guard a lot of times. And you'll start to ask questions about, you know, within your own head. It's just a thing that they have there. It's just something that they've been instilled to do from birth, all right? So there was a moment a few months in where everything kind of recalibrated for me, okay? I was at a local food spot, not really like a touristy place, like a real neighborhood mom and pops type of food spot. And I was just chilling, you know, eating by myself. And this older Thai man, he was probably about 60 years old or something. He sits down at the table right next to me, okay? Right next to me. He doesn't speak any English. And I barely spoke any Thai at that time. And he just looks at my food, looks at me, and he gives me a head nod like, yeah, bro, you made a good decision. You made a good choice with what you picked for your food. And we just really just sat there and ate side by side, you know, for like 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes. No words. He pointed at something on my plate. I nod. I pointed at something on his plate, just messing with him. He laughed, slid it over, you know. And I just remember sitting there thinking like, this is literally what I came here for. This is it, bro. Like, this is really it. It's really what I came in for. I love going to the temples, the beaches, the price of everything being so affordable. But that feeling of being a human in a world that barely really knows you is the best feeling ever, man. That's like the best feeling that I could carry with me along my whole journey while I was in Thailand, okay? You know, just two people chilling, eating food, you know? And I thought about this like 100 times after it's definitely happened. I've thought about this 100 times. But it really does do something to you internally when you have real, true, genuine experiences like that with locals. Definitely the older locals, because the older folks in Thailand are so full of wisdom. So full of wisdom, man. There's even another time where during Songkran, I was just out hanging with my friend and her son. Her son barely could speak any English, but he could understand very well like what I was saying, and I could understand what he was telling me, stuff like that. But I literally got close to this little kid, man, this little boy. We having sun crime, shooting water at people. We going on two mans across the street spraying people. Bro, just being in that moment and being in that genuine feeling of just like, it was like true freedom, man. It's just like true freedom. Like, you can really be your true self, man. And you can low key, like, a grown man can really be a kid again in Thailand if he has to be. Like, we all have that inner youthfulness within us, like where we, you know, feel young inside still, or want to do some of the stuff that you might see young folks doing, but you can't really do it here in America because you will be judged so fast. But there, it is a no judgment zone, man. It's like everybody was just enjoying themselves, having a great time as if they were kids again, man. And I mean everybody, all the tourists, all the foreigners, old people, young people, everybody just together, man, as one whole. It's just like a one whole, just enjoying themselves, man. And that's the stuff that really matters, man. I wish that we could have something like Suncron here in America. Imagine that, though. Imagine us trying to have Suncron in America. It will not go right, man. People will be getting hurt, murdered, killed just from getting water sprayed on them. But in Thailand, you really have that true freedom to just be yourself, be a kid again, truthfully. All right? But I do want to say something that I know is going to definitely resonate with some people and definitely might rub off on others the wrong way. But I'm going to say it anyway. So there were parts of Thailand where I felt more comfortable, more seen as a human being, and less burdened by my skin than I do in certain parts of America. And that's really the truth, man. I'm not saying Thailand is perfect. I'm not saying that there is no racism that doesn't exist in Asia, because I'm sure there is, like, without a doubt, there definitely is. I'm not saying everyone had open arms, because I'm sure that they didn't. What I'm saying is that specific brand of anti-black racism that I navigate every single day here back home, the one that follows you into stores, into job interviews, into traffic stops, I never once felt that in Thailand for the whole 7 months that I was there. Not one single time, okay? And that was genuinely life-changing for me. That's really my truth. Like, that was super life-changing. Yours could be different. Your experience could be different in Thailand. But for me, I never once felt like I was being judged by the color of my skin as I do when I'm here in America. And y'all asked me what my experience was like. Y'all coming into my DMs asking me what my experience was like. And I'm telling you, this is what it's like. All right, so if you are a black traveler actually planning to go, here's what I'll tell you, okay? One, definitely go. Seriously. Stop overthinking it. The fear that you have, received in all these different forms and fashions, I promise you, you have nothing to fear, okay? Two, Bangkok is probably the easiest entry point, and it's an international airport. So it's very diverse in its own way and full of people from all around the world. So you'll see all types of races, all types of foreigners when you go into the Bangkok International Airport, okay? Three, get off your tourist trail when you're ready, okay? So it will take time for you to just jump out there to the mom and pop's local spots and stuff like that versus going into the typical tourist areas and tourist places, okay? So definitely take your time. But the neighborhoods, the local markets, the small cities, those are the spots that people don't talk about that really, really gives you that real, true Thailand experience, okay? Those are the spots that you will be probably more appreciated. You will have a better experience. You will have better conversations with locals. You will be able to learn a lot more when you do things outside the normal tourist ways, okay? So me, I was exploring all the local neighborhoods, mom and pop shops. I did it, y'all. Everything. I did it. And four, I would say definitely try to learn at least 5 Thai words, okay? Thai people really appreciate it when you try to speak to them in their language, because it shows that you're making some type of effort, okay? So, of course, hello, sawadee krap, simple stuff. Say hello in the Thai language, sawadee krap, okay? Kampung krap is thank you. Aroy mak, this is delicious. Aloy, delicious. Like, just try to learn some of the language, okay? Because the effort alone will definitely change how people receive you. And like I said, Thai people just genuinely like you more and appreciate you more when you actually try to speak their language, okay? And 5, I would say connect with other black travelers, okay? The networking community in Thailand is so broad and so big. There's so many people that's always constantly networking. There's so many people there. So it's endless, y'all. It's really endless. I met so many other black men just like me who doing content, who have YouTube channels, who do trading, crypto, anything that you can think of, man. You will always find someone in your tribe if you just take the time to network. And it comes so easily when you're in Thailand. People just walk up to you and they'll talk to you. Hey, bro, where are you from? Because like I said in one of my past videos, you know when someone else is from America. Because we look at each other like, yeah, bro, where you from, bro? Where you from? They like, oh, I'm from New York, or I'm from Atlanta, or I'm from Florida. Like, we always know when we see someone else that's genuinely, from America. We'll get a head nod, we'll dap them up. Sometimes we'll even exchange contacts, bro. That's really how easy it is to network when you're in Thailand as a black man. So do not have fear, y'all. Do not fear, okay? Do not fear. The community is definitely real, and people are genuinely, kind when it comes to giving you their knowledge and what they've learned, what they've experienced, and even helping you with visas and all kind of stuff, okay? I would say drop a comment below. I'm definitely trying to build this community here on this channel, just for like-minded people that's the same way, okay? You guys want to try to figure out or find other black expats or other black travelers who are trying to travel abroad to Southeast Asia, comment below, man. Comment below. All right, so I just gave y'all my honest take on my 7 months on the ground in Thailand. Is it perfect? No. Is anywhere also perfect? No, it's not. But me personally, as a black man in America, Thailand gave me something that I didn't think that I would find or that I was even looking for, okay? A version of myself that wasn't carrying all the extra weight every single day. So I'm definitely going back, okay? And when I do go back, guys, I'm documenting the whole thing here, okay? The flight planning, the hotel planning, the airport, every single detail. I'm gonna really just document the whole experience for y'all. I'm gonna go to the websites on my videos to show y'all what I'm about to book, just so y'all have that full experience. The full real deal experience, no gimmicks, no fake. All right. So if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to the channel. This channel is definitely for you if you plan on traveling to Southeast Asia or traveling anywhere, because I know in my future I'm going to be going to Vietnam. I've been to Malaysia. I'm going to South Korea. I want to go to China. There's so many other places that we're going to go to, that I'm going to go to, that I haven't made it to yet. So definitely follow me on my journey. Subscribe to this channel, okay? Also, drop questions in the comments and I will answer every single question that you guys may have. If this video helped you out, or if I said something that you can definitely resonate with or that you can feel, share it below. Share it below, okay? And most importantly, guys, I can't stress this enough. Please like the video. And I thank you guys for watching this video. Please like the video. And until next time, I am Tapped In Tevo. Peace. Thank y'all for watching.